2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be with you guys. Now this group will be one to watch today. Lots of chatter on social media leading up to this pairing. We have a rookie on tour who has set very specific goals for themselves, and their first one is to beat their playing partner this week.
Love it, Henny. This will make for an extra layer of excitement. It always adds a bit more drama to an event when we can follow a competition within a competition. Can't wait to see what happens in our featured group throughout this tournament. That was pummeled. Great drive. Second shot here on the first. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
Well, it's found the surface, but that's about as much as you can say about it. And this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one. A bit long on that one. Time now for the fourth shot. Oh, these are good putts to make. Good for momentum. Right on 7 feet.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
On a nice line.
Facing early adversity there after opening up with a bogey.
Just the thing they didn't want to have happen. An opening bogey. Hopefully that does not set the tone for the rest of the day.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
An opportunity to make a par here. Ooh, right by the hole. 11 feet to the cup. Oh, so close. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4. And tee shot looks pretty good. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Oh, that's a great approach shot. An opportunity for a birdie here.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Oh, just missed that one. And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt. That was a gallant attempt. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Well, at least it's on the green. That's the positive. And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Go in. Nice judge's speed. This putt to join those amongst the top 10 on the leaderboard. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
A bit short with that effort.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Big putt for par coming up. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Now with the honour on a par 5. Well, this one looks to be heading down the runway. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person, but I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Let's see if we can make this and keep the par on the card. Ooh, nice line. Oh, just missed. Just a short putt remaining here. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here on the 7th. Oh, that is crushed. I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
7 feet to the cup.
Solid little par putt here. These are on rails, looking good.
There it is. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. This one's a par 3. Going with the 5-wood. Left yourself an opportunity. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup. This is what they have left for birdie here.
This one's tracking. Oh, what a super shot. I will take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it.
Looking great now.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now. This player's got some lovely momentum coming off a birdie at the last. That one's heading down Broadway. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
Opting for the 5-iron.
That dog will hunt.
Good chance to move to even par if they can make this putt.
This for a birdie run.
It's got a chance. Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Yeah, they're playing well right now. They're inside the top 10, and they're looking to continue that move up the leaderboard.
Well, a chance to go under par here if he can just keep the bogeys off the card. Oh, well done. Second shot here on the 10th hole. Good shot there, Beamer. Even for the day. Tied for 6th position. That's tidy. And this putt to move them into a tie for 2nd.
It's tracking.
Just didn't drop. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Here's Ricky Fowler's next shot. Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Teeing off now at the 11th hole. That was wonderfully done.
Oops, this one's headed for the rough.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 3 strokes back. Ooh, that almost went down. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
They're going to need binoculars from back here to even see the hole.
That'll sting a bit. Putting now for a bogey. Good putt that. He's currently tied for 9th. Let's see what happens here at the 12th. Opting for the 6-iron.
I don't know if they meant to do that.
Setting up miles from the hole. Bit too heavy-handed there. 20 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par.
Big chance here. Oh, that's a lengthy putt. Well holed. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Currently at +1 for the tournament. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. That's an awful error. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Well, you can club down. Everything's all in front of you as it runs into this downhill green.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, I thought that one was going in. This is a par putt. And there it is. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Not a bad play, that one. And he's down there. You got to read.
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Looking really good.
Ouch, that hurts. This next putt for double bogey. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. From around 220 yards.
Wind is blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the wind back to this pin.
Opting for the 5-wood. This should play. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
A putt for a place in the top 10. Okay, steady now. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Looks good.
A couple over now, heading towards the stretch. A good chance to fight back. He's currently tied for 12th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
It's time for a one-shotter. Going with the pitching wedge here. This one is right down the pipe. Always frustrated by missing a green.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This putt for par here. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Second shot here on the 17th hole. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 4 shots behind our leader. How close was that to going down? Opportunity to make their par. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Currently at 2 over par. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the pace. Didn't that look good for a long time? And this putt is for a final score of 74.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. It's just about 3 feet away. And that will do it for him at this event. Well, Henny, that was some match. We thought it would be a great rivalry, and it absolutely was. But how proud would this player be to have taken down Ricky Fowler despite not winning the event?
Luke, this player will be brimming with pride. What a great result. They challenged Ricky Fowler and beat him. Now, they'll be telling that story in the pub a few times in the coming weeks.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry. That should find the fairway. And taking aim from around 100 yards here.
Wind moving right to left on this shot.
Playing within their comfort zone there.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Get in. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock solid par right there.
The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. That should find the surface. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Well, I like the look of this. Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. Currently 1 under for the round.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. The third hole at TPC Summerland has been converted from a par 5 down to a 4, Rich, which makes this second shot much tougher.
Second shot across the ravine to a green that's surrounded by bunkers. Should you find the green in 2, 2 putts from there will be just fine. But watch out, big numbers abound should you start missing this green out to the right.
And here we are with their 4th. Oh, that's a bonus.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4, measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently in 5th place.
Harold Varner III setting up his next shot. Okay, time to return to the action. Sitting at -1. Currently tied for first place. And choosing the 8-iron here. This looks to be heading to the green. And here we are with the third shot. He shares the lead. A par putt on the table. This one's looking good. Ooh, right by the hole. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Even for the day. Currently tied for 5th place. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. This one needs to kick left. Yeah, that was a safe play.
Outside chance of the birdie, but a 2-putt here is still good.
Oh, so close. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Well, HV3 looking a little gloomy because this putt could put him down behind his playing partner.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
Ooh. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
That's a touch of class.
Judging it beautifully.
4 feet to the cup. It was on a good line. This one's for bogey. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. He's currently in a share of 11th place. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short right are also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
This would be a great up and down. And he needs this to save par. Just didn't drop. Bogey putt coming up here. And that putters hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Henny, how bad is this lie?
Oh, this is sitting pretty. I might have to check to see if they teed this up. It's so nice.
That's straight into the trees. Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
Now just 1 over par, currently tied for 10th place. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 10th at TPC Sutherland is the beginning hole of a back 9 that has many challenges and also a lot of fun holes. Not overly long at 420 yards. You're just trying to avoid any trouble off the tee so you can get a clear shot at this green. A chance to begin the back 9 with a birdie. Setting up in some very deep rough. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. Why don't we catch up with the V-Man, Harold Varner III?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Bit disappointing, that one. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Not bad. Well, this will be a bonus. Right on 17 feet from here. Ouch, that hurts. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Solid par putt, that. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Playing from around 110 yards out. Wow, what happened there?
Greens and regulation today has been absolutely abysmal, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
Lovely touch. Well played.
Great touch.
Okay, that hole's behind you now. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number, because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to three-putt it. Be careful on approach. Nicely done. Getting ready to play their third. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
Oh, just missed. That's disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away. Nicely holed, and for par. Sitting at 5 over for the day. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
This really looks good.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And that should secure the par on this one. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Now 7 shots behind after that. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Well, well played. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Wow, that was bang on target. Oh, good look at a birdie here. That was a gallant attempt. And that should secure the par on this one. Sitting at +5 for the day. The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you've got enough club, because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well, because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Splash. playing their fourth shot.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Wow, what a shot. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Okay, steady now. And this one will be for bogey. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that. The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 playing 196 yards. Jonathan Bird once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate. A quality shot that. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
They've got this left to tie with Harold Varner III.
Get excited. This could go in. That one's come up short.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Now 8 shots back after that hole. The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. And he's down there.
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Good shot there.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
That's the right pace. This should drop. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And this putt for a final score of 77. Those are the kind of putts the best in the world make with monotonous regularity. Putting for bogey. The round now in the books. Good luck next time.
And as we recap all our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to our gal on the ground, Henny Koyak, for bringing us all the action from this group today.
Thank you, Luke. The pleasure was all mine. I got to see some incredible shots and some not so good stuff, but what a day.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.